the most important organ of the human body. Heart is a muscular organ which has the function of pumping blood to all the other various parts of our body. Heart is actually located in the center within the thoracic cavity, also called as the mediastinum. Now it's located between the two lungs. It's slightly tilted towards the left. The lower part of the heart is made up of ventricles. Now the ventricles has the function of pumping blood to all the other part of the body. That's why we feel that our heart is located towards the left. The heart is covered by a fibrous covering called as pericardium. It's made up of two more layers called as visceral pericardium and parietal. Now this covering also consists of a cavity called as pericardial cavity filled with pericardial fluid. So whenever the heart is having a mechanical shock or some injury, the heart is protected because of this pericardial fluid. Heart is divided into four chambers, two atria and two ventricle. The atrium are thin-walled, small, the superior receiving chambers, while as the ventricles, they are larger, thick-walled and the distributing chambers. The right side of the heart carries the deoxygenated blood, whereas the left side of the heart carries the oxygenated blood. The right atrium is larger than the left atrium. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and the coronary sinus, whereas the left atrium receives blood from the pulmonary veins. In ventricle, you have the left ventricle which gives out oxygenated blood through aorta to all the other parts of the body, whereas the right ventricle receives deoxygenated blood from the pulmonary arteries. The ventricles are 3 times thicker walled compared to the atrium, since they are the distributing ones. Both the atrial chambers are separated from one another by the interatrial septum. The right atrium, which is receiving deoxygenated blood from the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and coronary sinus. The inferior vena cava gets all the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of the body. The inferior vena cava gets all the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body, whereas coronary sinus gets the deoxygenated blood from the heart. All the deoxygenated blood collected now goes into the right ventricle. From there, it goes to the lungs with the help of pulmonary arteries. The left atrium collects the oxygenated blood which is coming there from the pulmonary veins. Once it's collected, it is pushed down to the left ventricle, from where it is passed to the aorta to all the other parts of the body. Both the ventricles are separated from one another by an interventral septum. Rhythmic contraction, which is systole, along with rhythmic relaxation, which is diastole, together will form the heartbeat. A heartbeat normally is for 0.8 seconds. In a minute, we beat 72 number of times, and in a minute our heart pumps 5 liters of blood.